Hi everyone! I'm so glad you are here for today's story about our bunny rabbit friends. Settle in, get comfy, and we'll begin. The meadow was stretched out before the bunnies like a patchwork quilt of emerald green and sapphire blue dotted with the brightest wildflower blooms. Patches was his fur like a patchwork quilt, twitched his nose, catching the scent of adventure. "Do you smell that, Benny?" he whispered, his voice barely above a whisper. "I do," Benny replied, his eyes sparkling with excitement. The scent of mystery, intrigue, and maybe a touch of danger. Beside them, Coco, the littlest of the three friends, snuggled closer to Benny. "Danger," she squeaked, her small paws tightening on his sleeve. Benny squeezed her hand reassuringly. "Don't worry, Coco. We'll be fine. After all, we're the most adventurous bunnies in all of Bunnytown." Just then, a flash of movement caught Benny's eye. In the distance, nestled between two hills, he spotted a peculiar sight, a house made entirely of carrots. It looked like something straight out of a dream, almost too perfect to be real. Curiosity gnawed at them, urging them forward. With each hop, the carrot house grew larger, revealing intricate details that made it even more enchanting. Ivy grew up its walls, carrot tops formed a verdant roof, and windows fashioned from polished acorn caps peeked invitingly from the facade. As they approached, the sound of gentle music drifted out, beckoning them closer. Benny, Patches, and Coco exchanged excited glances. This was the kind of mystery they lived for. As the bunnies stood before the carrot house, debating how to proceed, a sudden thump followed by a muffled curse broke the peaceful atmosphere. Startled, the bunnies froze. Was anyone home? And if so, who could live in such a peculiar dwelling? Just then, the front door, crafted from a giant pumpkin, swung open and a gruff voice boomed. "Who's out there?" The bunnies huddled together, their hearts pounding like drum solo. Hello," Benny ventured, his voice trembling slightly. "We couldn't help but notice your lovely carrot house, and we were wondering if anyone was home." A moment of silence stretched between them, broken only by the chirping of crickets. Then, to their surprise, the door creaked open wider, revealing a sight that left them speechless. Standing before them was a badger. His face was buried in a large book, making it difficult to see his expression. He was wearing a pair of spectacles perched precariously on his nose, and a quill dangled from his furry ear. "Oh, hello," the badger said, looking up. He blinked slowly, adjusting his glasses. "I didn't hear you come in." Come in. Don't just stand there gawking like statues." The badger stepped aside, gesturing for the bunnies to enter. And so they did, cautiously padding inside. The interior of the carrot house was even more enchanting than the exterior, bathed in warm light streaming through stained glass windows shaped like carrots. Bookshelves lined the walls, overflowing with ancient tomes, and comfy chairs invited weary travelers to relax. A fire crackled merrily in the hearth, casting dancing shadows on the ceiling. "Make yourselves comfortable," the badger said, settling back in his chair. "I'm terribly sorry if I seemed gruff just now. It's just that I'm terribly busy writing my latest book." The bunnies settled into chairs near the fireplace. "What's your name, Mr. Badger?" Benny asked politely. "Call me Barnaby," the badger replied with a smile. "And what brings you three adventurous souls to my humble abode?" Benny, Patches and Coco exchanged glances. How could they explain their fascination with the mysterious carrot house? We saw the house from afar and we couldn't resist investigating, Benny said finally. It's unlike anything we've seen before, Barnaby chuckled, a low rumble in his chest. Well, I can understand that. My carrot house is quite unique, I admit, but you must be wondering why a badger lives in a house made of carrots and what books I am writing, The bunnies nodded eagerly. Barnaby leaned forward conspiratorially. Let me tell you a tale of adventure, mystery, and a whole lot of carrots. The bunnies snuggled closer, their eyes wide with anticipation as Barnaby began his story. Once upon a time in the heart of the Whispering Woods, there lived a badger named Barnabas. Now, Barnabas wasn't your ordinary badger. No, sir. He had a passion for gardening, especially growing the most succulent carrots in the whole wide wood. One day, while tending to his carrot patch, Barnabas stumbled upon a hidden burrow. Curious, he followed the tunnel and discovered a vast underground labyrinth filled with shelves upon shelves of books. It was a badger's dream come true, a secret library filled with untold knowledge and adventures. Overjoyed, Barnabas decided to turn the burrow into his home, decorating it with cozy furniture and, of course, plenty of carrots. He moved in with a flourish, making it his sanctuary away from the hustle and bustle of the Whispering Woods. But it wasn't long before word spread about Barnabas's extraordinary collection of books. Creatures from all over the forest came to visit, drawn by the promise of adventure and learning. Deer, rabbits, squirrels, and even the occasional owl became regulars at Barnabas's carrot house, eager to lose themselves in the magical tales within the books. As the years passed, Barnabas continued to expand his library, his collection growing with each passing season. He hosted countless gatherings, sharing stories and laughter with his friends until the day when he decided to write his own adventures down. Inspired by the countless journeys his guests had shared, Barnabas Badger sat down at his desk, his mind filled with images of daring escapes, narrow escapes, and surprising friendships. He dipped his quill into the ink, and with a deep breath, he began to write. And so, with the help of his animal friends, Barnabas penned tales that would make any adventurer's heart race. His stories became known throughout the land, celebrated for their humor, heart, and unforgettable characters. The carrot house echoed with the sound of laughter and adventure as creature after creature joined Barnabas in his literary escapades. Soon, creatures from neighboring forests and distant meadows started showing up at the doorstep of the carrot house, hoping to catch a glimpse of the famous author or perhaps even appear in one of his stories. The carrot house became a hub of activity, buzzing with the energy of those seeking their own adventures. Among them were 3 bunnies, Benny, Patches, and Coco, who were captivated by Barnabas's tales. When they heard there might be a chance to meet him, they hopped with excitement. They all had high hopes of meeting him someday, and who knows, maybe they will. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story. Join us next time as Benny, Patches, and Coco step further into Barnabas's world, discovering new adventures and friendships along the way. Bye-bye, friends!